In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can fetch data using the Fetch API and how to use the Loading.js file to show a loading state while we are fetching our data. So let's get started. So I have a simple function to get the data, okay? Simple fetch request, and I'll explain this later. I'm basically just checking if there is an error, just throw that error, and if everything is okay, just return the data to me, okay? This is basically to show you that if we had to wait for the response, then how would the loading.js work, right? So that's what this is doing. It's basically just pausing everything for 3 seconds here, and then I'm just getting the data, okay? And then I'm just showing the data using this, okay? So in a previous tutorial, I showed you that if I have a URL, and let's say I had a blog, if I want to get the data of a specific blog, I would put the ID here, and then this parameter, which is basically this, using dynamic routing, I'm getting that using params, okay? And then using the name of this, I'm getting that, and I'm putting that here, okay? And this is getting me this, okay? So I'm getting one, and I'm using this fake API, and I'm getting the first post, which is this. Now let's say I wanted to get the second post, right? The second post is this, okay? So if I go in, and you will see the loading effect, I will put in 2. You will see the loading, and then you will see my data, and it paused for 3 seconds, and that's because of this timeout, okay? But if you were actually fetching data from a database, you would actually have a little bit of time, like 1 or 2 seconds, and you would want to show something there. So that's where this loading.js file comes in. Using this, it's really simple. It's basically just creating this, okay? And then just putting out whatever you want, okay? I could even give this some kind of styling, like and you will see if I refresh my page, you will see loading, okay? But it was different this time because I gave it some styling. So that's how you use the loading.js, that if you are in a loading type of process, right, you will get a loading icon or something, and you can do that using this loading.js. But what's happening with this, like how is this working, right? I already showed you fetching data, how I'm doing that. This is just the json.placeholder URL. I'm getting the ID using params, okay? And I'm getting the post ID, and I'm putting that post ID into my function, and this is the function. I'm getting the ID, I'm putting that ID at the end like I showed you in that URL. Then I'm just returning the data, okay? And when that data is loaded, like something is in this, then I'm running this, okay? And I'm just getting the title and the body of that JSON data, okay? So the thing I wanted to tell you is that I'm using await. But how is this working? Well, the thing you need to remember is that in Next.js, every page.js file is a server file by default, okay? Meaning it has this at the top by default. You don't see it, but it is there, okay? So I'm going to remove this, and because it's a server file, I can just add a sync to my page function, and then I'll just wait for the data, okay? And remember, this is just to give the illusion of waiting, okay? It's just to give the illusion. You don't need to put this in an actual project, okay? So this is how you get your data, and I can get as many as I want using the params 3, 4. This is how you get data, okay, from an API using fetch, and how the loading.js file works. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe so that you can stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.